Hi everyone and welcome. I have a very special guest with me today. This is Frank Garcia. He is the owner of the Fossil Finders Museum.
Yeah, World Fossil Finders
World
Museum.
Fossil Finders Museum in Hot Springs, and he also found this beautiful addition to the collection here. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Frank.
Okay, well, I was born in New York in 1946, and I started collecting fossils in 1955, and I collected fossils on my grandfather's farm in Lake Okeechobee, and then I went on to join an international union and worked as a construction worker, but at night I would teach myself to be a paleontologist, and so I'm self-taught basically. And in 1979 I was hired by the Smithsonian Institution. The curator, Dr. Clayton Ray there, one of the most revered paleontologists around the world, asked me to be a research collaborator for the museum, and I said, I have no degrees, and he said, we're not interested in that, we're interested in results. So they hired me. And then not long after that, about a mile away from my house, I was checking one of the shell pits where they're digging fossil shells for road-filled roadbed in Florida, and I had permission to go there and check it out, and sure enough, I saw little bits and pieces of what's going to turn out to be, which I found 3 years later, the world's richest earliest Ice Age site there.
Oh wow.
The world's richest, yes. And it turned out that there wasn't another site like it. Prior to that site, there was just a handful of fossils from that time period. It's what they call the Urban-Tonian, the beginning of the Ice Ages. And so that's my legacy. I flunked first grade in high school, so that's, not in high school, but in elementary school. But that's my legacy, so yeah.
Wow, that's just fascinating. And you probably have an incredible amount of stories.
I have discovered over 21 new animals to science.
Oh wow, that's
and I've
amazing.
had several named for me. The antelope, in fact, when I first moved up here in South Dakota 10 years ago, I was showing my wife, look at the antelope out there. Well, I found a direct ancestor in Florida that's named after me.
Oh wow, that's really cool.
Because it's kind of a Garcia then. That's what they call it. Subantelocapra Garcia.
That's really funny. My dad used to work with those antelope all the time because
Really?
he's a wildlife biologist, so I'll have to tell him that. I think
Garcia, yeah.
Garcia.
Subantelocapra Garcia.
Oh, that's really cool.
And then I found another one that hasn't been named yet. I found it in Florida that's a brand new species.
Oh wow, that's really. There's no way we can get a decent interview with you in 3 minutes, but that's all the time we have. But thank you so much for coming out. I hope we get to have you some other time.
It was a pleasure.
Amazing.
I enjoy doing it. I do it all the time. So.
Well, thank you guys. We'll see you next time.